Hello, my name is Dr. Yaya Sissoko. Today we're going to talk about Chapter 3, Application of the Comparative Advantage. The ideas of comparative advantage came from Adam Smith and David Ricardo. Adam Smith, in his 1776 book, Wealth of a Nation, talk about that there is an invisible hand which will, so regulate the economy. In other words, the idea of invisible hand was laissez-faire, so leave it alone, or there is no need of the government. The economy will always come back to full employment. He also said that a producer will have the ability to benefit through specialization and trade. Specialization is done through division of labor in the factory, and which will increase the productivity of worker. Productivity of worker will goes up, total production will increase, and this will lead to economic growth. Then by country trading between each other or among each other, this will also benefit everyone in the nation. On the other hand, David Ricardo, in his 1876 book, Principles of Political Economy and Taxation, developed the theory of comparative advantage and argue against free trade. So David Ricardo said that a country should produce goods and services in which it has a comparative advantage and export those goods to country, to other country, and the country should import the goods and services in which it does not have a comparative advantage. And David Ricardo was a proponent of free trade. He was against tariff and quota imposed on trade. One application of the comparative advantage is, should Tom Brady mow his own lawn? Who is Tom Brady? This is Tom Brady here on this photo. So Tom Brady played for 20 years with New England and earned 6 championships. So in the upcoming season, he signed a new contract with the Tampa Bay and will be earning $25 million a year. So Tom Brady could mow is known for 2 hours in 2 hours, or shoot a film a TV commercial in 20,000. So will Tom Brady mow his own lawn? No, because if he decide to mow his own lawn, the opportunity cost would be 20,000, because he will have to give up 20,000 in that case to mow his own lawn. Instead, he's going to hire somebody who is likely who will likely have a lower opportunity cost and more in the law. For instance, somebody who, for instance, working at McDonald's, $10 an hour, but Tom Brady is paying that guy $40 an hour. The guy will skip working at McDonald's and more his loan and then earn more money. So in that case, then that guy will have a lower opportunity cost and more, so Tom Brady, uh, grass. Somebody here said that they did a nice job mowing this grass. He know that he didn't cut the grass of this football field. Should the U.S. trade with other countries? Yes, the U.S. should trade with other countries and export goods and services in which the U.S. has a comparative advantage, and import goods and services in which the U.S. Does not have a comparative advantage. So goods and services goods and services produced domestically and sold abroad are called export. Goods and services produced abroad and sold domestically are called imports. Should the U.S. trade with other countries? Let's look at the example between U.S. and Japan. For instance, let's assume that so each country produced food, only two good food and cars. One American worker in 1 month can produce 1 car or 2 tons of food. On the other hand, one Japanese worker in 1 month can produce 1 car or 1 ton of food. So what is the opportunity cost for the US to produce 1 car? What is the opportunity cost for Japan to produce 1 car? So since we are talking about here output, food and car, then the the formula to compute the opportunity cost will be give up divided by gain. So give up, which is the food, how much the US is giving in terms of food, divided by the gain, which is in terms of a car. So for the US, the opportunity cost for producing 1 car is going to be 2 divided by 1. That's going to be 2 tons of food. Each time the US want to produce a car, the US have to give up 2 tons of food. On the other hand, Japan, you know, for Japan, the opportunity cost is 1 ton of food divided by 1 car, which is 1 ton of food. Each time Japan want to produce car, they have to give up only 1 ton of food. So therefore, the Japan has a comparative advantage in the production of car, and the US has a comparative advantage in the production of food. The US should export food to Japan and import car from Japan. Let me ask you the following question. Does the principle of comparative advantage apply to trade between countries? Yes. Each good should be produced by the country with a smaller opportunity cost of producing that good. This means that the country with the comparative advantage in the production of a good should produce that good and export the gold to the other country and import the gold from the other country in which it does not have the comparative advantage. For instance, in the case of the US and Japan, the US should specialize in the production of food and because it has a smaller opportunity cost in producing food and should export food to Japan and then import a car from Japan, and Japan should do the opposite. Through specialization and trade, all countries will benefit because all countries will have or will have more of all goods to consume. In the case of Japan and the US, they will have more food and more car to consume. So, trade issues among nations are more complex. Some individuals can be made worse off even when the country as a whole is made better off. This is the end of chapter 3. Thank you.